Wow, this game looks great. Its design is gorgeous. Its mechanics seem so interesting. I just wish I could have it.
Well, what are you waiting for? Go on, support this campaign. What's the worst thing that could happen anyway?
No. That's a bad idea. You know it, we know it. That's a no-no.
Why? We love board games and we've got the money for this. It's not even that expensive. I think we should back this game.
No, wait. I'm against it. First, let's think about it. We've never supported any games for crowdfunding before. We don't know how it works. What if the campaign doesn't reach its funding goal? And I don't know, that seems scary to me. Let's just wait and see how the campaign goes. Bummer.
Hello to you, tabletop enthusiasts. I'm Celine, brand and community manager for Game on Tabletop, the crowdfunding platform for gamers by gamers. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to back a campaign on Game On. Maybe you've never supported a crowdfunding campaign before, or you've done it on other platforms, but not yet on Game On. Whatever the situation you're in, don't worry, it's never too late to learn. I'm here to show you in just a couple steps how to support campaigns on Game On so that backing games won't have any more secrets to you. Let's get started. So here we are on Game on Tabletop's platform on our sample project. So obviously there isn't any real game behind this campaign, but it's a campaign that has most of the different elements that you would normally find on other campaigns. So to show you how to back campaigns, I'm going to start by telling you how to actually read campaigns on Game On, especially if you're new on Game On or just new in general with crowdfunding. It can be a little tricky sometimes to know where to look at, so I'm going to show you that first. So on the right side, you will find all the different elements and important numbers, the name of the campaign, the name of the publisher behind this campaign, and a short description. How many backers already supported the campaign, how much money has already been raised with the percentage of the funding goal, the time that is left before the end of the campaign. Then after, you're gonna find this blue box. It's gonna tell you when you're gonna be charged. Sometimes, for example, like this one, you're gonna be charged instantly, but sometimes you can be charged after and only after the end of the campaign. Then afterwards, you're gonna find this little box right here where you will have all the different informations on the project manager, so that if you have a question or if you have a problem with your order, you can contact them directly. And now we're going to move on to the reward levels. So if you're new to crowdfunding, know that when you support a campaign, you're going to get something in return. So depending on the amount that you give to support this campaign, you're going to find different reward levels. So you can see them right here and choose the one that you're most interested in. Now we can move on to the biggest part of the campaign, which is the description part. So most of the time you will find illustrations, but also photos or videos on the games. And then afterwards you will find more description on the campaign. So for example, this place is where the campaign is introduced. And then afterwards you're going to find more information on the game. So for example, illustrations or more details, what's inside the box, what's inside the game, what's the game about, the universe of the game, the mechanics of the game. It really depends on the campaign, obviously. Then once again, you will find the reward levels with more information on what's inside each level. And then afterwards you will find the stretch goals. When the initial goal has been raised, the campaign is funded. But most of the time, a campaign gets more than its initial goal. So for example, here, if we reach $1,500, then you will have an upgrade to the game. So for example, here we have new chapters added to the book, but it can be many other elements. It can be new illustrations. So for example, here on the next level, we have wood pawns that are replacing the plastic ones, but it can be pretty much anything depending on the campaign and depending on the game. Then afterwards, you're going to find the add-ons. Add-ons are elements that you will be able to add to your purchase, that you will be able to add to your pledge. And finally, you have the FAQ, the place where you will find all the answers to the most asked questions. So it can be questions on shippings, it can be questions sometimes on refunds. But if you have other questions, once again, you can directly contact the project manager right here. Or also, you can contact them on the comment section and directly ask questions that you have on this campaign or on the game. And let's see the other tabs that you can find on campaigns on Game On. First, you can find the product previews. This is a page where the project manager can show and put more information on the products of this game or of this campaign. And then you've got the update tab, where the project manager is going to put all of the different updates that you can find on campaigns. For example, an update when the campaign has been funded, or maybe sometimes even updates after the campaign is done with informations on shipping or when the game is going to be shipped, when you're going to receive your pledge. And finally, you have the social tab, where you'll find different social buttons to share this campaign on your social media to give it more exposure. So here we go, now you know exactly how to read campaigns on Game On. Let's see now how to back it. So you have different buttons to support this campaign. You can find the button up here, or you can directly select the pledge that you want. So for example, here I'm gonna select this pledge. So here I have the pledge that I've chosen with more information on what's in the pledge. Know that, for example, if you didn't choose the right pledge, you can select another pledge right there. But I've chosen the right one, so I move on to the add-ons. So right after I selected my pledge, I can select the add-ons that I want. For example, here I want the dice, I want maybe a poster. So then at the bottom, you're gonna find the additional reward level. So for example, if you want to add one more reward level, you can choose it right here. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna move on to the variants. So not every campaign contains variants, but most of the time you will find variants for different elements, such as the language of the game, or sometimes colors, but it can be many other things. What's great on Game On is that you can actually choose to put the same variants for all the different products that you have in your order. So for example, here I'm going to choose the language that I want for all of my products. So here I'm going to choose French because I'm French. And then you have color. So here, if you look at it, there's only one product that needs the color variant. So it's the dice. So I can choose it here or here. It doesn't really matter. For example, if I choose I want the pink one, it's going to automatically change it right here. As you can see, you can find on the right the summary of your order. So you can find the total amount, but also all the different products that are in your order. So here it's telling me that my shipping cost will be added once I confirm my shipping address, but you can actually estimate the shipping cost of your order by selecting the country you're from. So I'm going to choose France. So then it tells you what estimating shipping cost you should have for this order. So then I'm going to move on to the address.
As you may know, Game On Tabletop is not just a crafting platform. It also has a pledge manager that is directly integrated in the campaign.
So if we go to address, it will tell you to log in or sign up. If you already have an account, you can directly log in, or you can sign up to create your account. So I already have an account, obviously, so I'm just gonna log in. So once you're logged in or you've created your account, you're gonna have to put in your shipping address, as well as your phone number. And let's continue. And then before submitting your pledge and before paying for your pledge, you're gonna have the final summary that tells you exactly what you have in your pledge, what you've chosen, the add-ons that you've chosen. You can even edit if you didn't choose the right one if you want. Depending on the campaign, you will have different options to give you support. You will be able to pay by card, and sometimes you will also be able to pay via PayPal. I'm gonna pay by card. And once you're on the Stripe page, you can add your card information like you would do on any other online shop. And there you go, you've backed this campaign. If you want to still view your order to make sure that you didn't make any mistake, you can just click right here to see your final order. And if maybe you've closed this page and you forgot to save it, don't worry, you can find all the information on your pledge by clicking right here on your account and clicking on pledges.
And that's it. Congrats, you've backed this campaign.
Okay, that seems good to me. Go on, we can back it now.
Finally! You now know everything on how to back campaigns on Game On. I hope this helped you and made you want to support great campaigns on our platform. If some things are still not clear and you still have some questions about backing games, feel free to leave a comment under this video. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to follow our crowdfunding adventures. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye!